Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with a weekly roundup of the first week of my RTC Poetry 21 challenge. It doesn't have a cool name. It's just my November poetry challenge. Um I don't even know where to begin. It's been a really fun week, you guys. I let's just start there. The pinnacle of this week has been really fun. At first, I had a lot of mixed feelings about this challenge. I didn't know if it would really go well with like my craft channel, like poetry crafts. They're not exactly like one thing, but they do kind of go a little bit hand in hand, as we will see here. It worked out really well. I got a really great, like, really positive response. I've really been enjoying reading everybody's poems, like, of the people who are participating. Words are really hard. And like, I don't know, it's just been a really positive experience. I've seen a lot of really nice comments. I've gotten a lot of really nice comments. So those of you who have commented, thank you. The people who have directly messaged me to tell me what they thought about my poetry or how it connected with them, like, that's been like top level. I really appreciate that. And so thank you guys for that. That's really been touching. Honestly, like, I just feel like I'm just getting started. Like, I'm just sort of warming up to it. And just, I don't know, the wave of positivity that I've gotten from our little community here has been really great, and I really am enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing what you guys are coming up with. I'm enjoying hearing what you guys have to say. It's fun to see like everybody's different takes on the theme of the day. Having a lot of fun just doing it, like coming up with the poems, even like posting on Instagram, which I usually like lament having to make a post on Instagram. It's been kind of fun to like put together the little picture to put my poetry on, just so I can have my post. And I wasn't even planning on posting daily. At first, I was gonna just be like, I'll just do it once a week and put all my poems for the week. But then other people started posting daily, and I was like, well, shoot, you can't be the only person in your challenge not posting daily. So I started doing that and thinking about how, like, oh, is this gonna be a lot to ask, or is this gonna be like a big deal? But it's actually been so fun that I haven't felt like burdened by it, which is really great. This is a fun challenge. It is challenging for sure. I've definitely had some days where I felt a little bit stuck, and other days where it like just came together like that. I didn't actually snap because that's how I tell my cats no, and I don't want to scare them off. They're actually pretty close to me. Um, but I don't know, you guys, it's just been really fun. And then I started doing this. I did this first tag, the tutorial for it, as well as the read through of the poem, are already up on the channel. They're on the RTC Poetry 21 playlist. I think it's the video immediately before this one, so if you guys want to catch that and see how we made this tag, we'll do it there. But I only did this tag to show you guys how you could turn your poems into something more visual. And then I just started like, well, maybe I'll just do a couple pieces of art, not like every day, just to show you guys some more examples. But then I ended up doing every single freaking day, which, like, I don't know if I can maintain this level of art. Honestly, is a lot. But it has been pretty fun. And I'm really enjoying doing something for myself in the midst of trying to do all this other stuff with the shop update. Um, so it's kind of nice to take a little break to just, make my poetry visual or make it in a way that I can keep it. So initially I was like, maybe I'll just do all tags, maybe I'll just do all ephemera. But then I decided to do like a mix of pages and ephemera. And then I'm just going to bind it together, I think, in a book at the end. So I'm leaving everything loose until I'm ready to put it together. Because I don't really know how I want to put it together. So a lot of questions I got to answer there. But I think by the end of this, if I maintain this level of production, I'll have a nice stack of stuff to fill up like a pretty decent book. So that'll be like a cool keepsake to have at the end of it. Or maybe I'll give it away. I don't know. Like, the poems are going to be mine and I have a record of them. So I'm not worried about losing them. And like, I love the artwork, but I also like to give away art. So maybe I'll do that. I haven't decided. I will do a video coming up this weekend. Not today. This weekend. Um, with all the prizes for the giveaway, because I'm just really excited. I want to share that with you guys, and I finally settled on what I'm going to do. So I think it'll be fun. And I know you guys are probably like, Priscilla, you've just been talking for 5 minutes straight. And that's true. but prepare yourself. Maybe get some snacks. I'm going to show you guys what I made and then read the poems, I guess, because it doesn't make sense to me to not read the poems. Just be prepared. I have learned that I have a poetry voice. So when I read my poems, I'm going to use the poetry voice. And for some of you, that might be cringe. And for others of you, it's going to be amazing, fun, and really stupid, goofy sounding. If you don't want to listen to me put on poetry voice to read, go read the poems on Instagram. They're up there right now. I do want to say before I start showing you guys what I made that if you are following the hashtag on Instagram, you'll see everybody's doing their poems a different way. Some people are just doing their handwritten notebook pages. Some people are actually making little pictures like I am to go with theirs. Other people are doing it in their November dailies. And another thing that I thought was really brilliant, and I'm really honestly just shouting this out because she's my friend, but also I really am enjoying her format, is my friend Mandy, she's this witch here on Instagram, is doing a bunch of reels and stuff to go with her poems, and they're really fun. Like, that's another visual aspect that I didn't even consider because I don't make reels. I should like be on top of it, but I don't. But she does, and she's been using that as a way to express her poetry, and it's been a really fun to see. Just another layer, another visual medium to add to it. So that's like just been really super cool, and it's just everybody's coming with great things, you guys. It's really fun. Check it out if you haven't already. If you haven't joined the challenge, it's not too late. It just, you know, you got a little catching up to do. I think, yeah, I've got 7 days here. I've been doing them in small batches. That's also been helping me, like, stay on top of things. I don't want to wait until the last minute to do the poem because I'm a horrible procrastinator, and then I'll be behind. So I've been doing them in little batches, and that's helping me. So I think it's doable to catch up if you haven't entered already. There's also a whole video on how to enter the challenge if you're interested in trying to like get the prize for the giveaway. You have to finish all 30 days to be eligible. So definitely check out all the rules and stuff on that video to see how to join. And now it's been 7 minutes, so I'm gonna show you guys what we did. So we already saw this tag. I'm not gonna explain too much, just show you guys it again. It's a really cool tag. I really love the texture on this one. Definitely want to make some more fun textures on tags. I'm gonna get like adpocalypse, like what's it called? I'm gonna get community guidelines. Don't report me. There's a booty on this page. But I just found this picture in a photo book and cut it out because the prompt for day 2 was melancholy, and I just thought it was really appropriate. Like, she looks so sad and miserable, and I wanted to sort of incorporate that in here. So maybe let me move some of this stuff to the side so that it'll stand on its own a little bit. Not that I have all this space, but I made an envelope. I got my jelly plate out and did a bunch of jelly prints to work on other stuff, but pulled some for this as well. And so I just made this like slightly shiny but grayish colored envelope piece and did some stamping on it and kept it pretty simple. I went around the edges and sort of darkened it up a little bit with some gelatos, and that was all I did, and I just wrote the poem on here. So my poem for day 2 has no title. I guess I'm just going to title everything with the prompt name. So this would be Melancholy. Dappled light, now flat and gray. The world is drab with dust today. No swirling motes, but stagnant clouds. A pallid soot that enshrouds. Ashen visions blurred at the edges. Colorless faces breaking pledges. Washed out, bloodless, empty eyes. A soft and muffled pity cry. Haunted like a house abandoned, today's plans are disbanded. Back into bed, blankets high, the day melancholy chose to drop by. So that is what I made for day 2. Day 3 was your favorite flower, so I picked the sunflower. And this turned out to be a jelly plate ruining art journal spread, because what I learned was that chalk markers will stick and stain your jelly plate. So I thought, like, maybe I'd be clever and put, like, a layer of clear gesso down and then draw over the top of that to get this sunflower print. And then paint, you know, do all the colors on top of that. So I'd have a couple layers here. And it looked really great. It came out really beautifully. I'm really happy with the print that I pulled. There's some alcohol ink in there. There's just a lot of fun textures. And then while it was still wet, I went back and added some of this, like, foil to make it shiny. And then just did some collaging with some stickers. Collaging with some stickers. That sounded so weird. And some washi tape. And I cut this girl out of another photo book I have. And just popped the poem in here. But what happened was the outline of this stuck to my jelly plate. And for a couple more prints, even like after I had washed everything off and stored it away and came back to it again, it continues to be present. So lessons have been learned. It's fine. There's two sides to a jelly plate, so I flip it over and I move on with my life. It's just annoying to have to look at, but it is what it is. I'm really happy with how this page came out, though, so it was totally worth it to wreck my jelly plate a little bit for this page, because I'm just like over the moon with it. So my flower, like I said, was sunflower, and here is my poem. Dressed in your best green, deep brown eyes, coffee dark face, a halo of yellow. Arms stretched high, swaying, you dance in the breeze. A ritual of steps, chasing the sun. Full in summer, harvested in autumn, missing your warmth by winter. So that was day 3. And day 4, I did another page. And I really like these pages. They're just book paper, like pages that I stuck together and then pulled a print from. And I literally stuck them together like on the plate. Like laid one down, put a line of glue down, stuck another page on top, and then closed off the edge with some tape. And just made a full-size page off of my jelly plate and then trimmed it to fit my frame. This one, I wish you guys could feel it. There's like, I used some old paint from Prima because their paint dries out really quickly. I do not recommend. But it left some like really grungy texture on the plate. I just really love how tactile this is. The prompt for day 4 was honey. And I added some of these like gold bee trails, even though my poem has nothing to do with bees, but you'll see. And this is just another picture from the Polaroid book that I have. Yeah, I think this is from the Polaroid book. And I thought it was really appropriate. I got a little bit spooky and a little bit sensual with this one, so, you know, if your children are watching this, if the butt wasn't a deterrent, this would be maybe like earmuffs. With a kiss like honey, your words ripple like velvet. You fill my mouth with sugar as your teeth draw blood. The honey is wine dark, and I'm suspended inside. The world goes black, and with a buzz, you rise. So I love this page. I love how this came out. This is actually, I embossed this like a couple of times, and then went over it with the embossing glaze in fossilized amber and antique linen. And I just love the color on these drips. I think it's so great. I was going to go do them red, but I thought that was like a little bit on the nose. But I wanted to keep with the theme too. But I love this page, and it was so fun to make. Okay, so day 5 was pick a song. And I made a large, like, index style journaling card. I think this is actually 6.5, 4 by 6.5 instead of 4 by 6. So it's a little bit longer. It's a really nice, fun size journaling card. It was another jelly plate print. And I did some of these scribbles with that Jane Davenport pen. I don't remember what it's called. It's that stupid looking one that I can't stand. But it is a good, useful pen. To like sort of get the cording in, because I chose The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, and my poem is about cutting cords, so I wanted it to have like cording details in the tag. And I just did another little tiny collage with some stamping back here, and then did some embossing in white all the way around. And my poem for day 5 is: cut the cord, the scissors snap, the fire fails to burn, tethered to the past by lessons left unlearned. Please cut the cord. Being tied to you is a hell like no other. A cord to my heart, your memory smothers. So this was fun. And I'm going to sing after every one of these, because this is sort of a weird format that I was not prepared for. So I hope you guys are enjoying it at least. So day 6 was insect. There's the prompt. This is what the sheet looked like before I covered it up. I added some gelatos to sort of bring out this yellow greenish color, because the insect I chose for this day was the mantis, inspired by my friend, this witch here, Mandy. She'll know why. She'll hate me for it, but she'll know why. And I just did some doodling on top with a Posca pen, and just added this picture of this like cat lady. It's some really interesting like photo editing, because this is retro. This is like from that Polaroid book, and most of the photos are like old, 70s and 80s. So they did some fancy like photo editing to layer this photo in, and I love it, and I think it's so cool, and it kind of goes, I think, with my poem pretty well. So I did an acrostic poem for this one. You guys can see it spells out mantis on the side, and then I just did some longer lines. You could do just like one word or full lines for an acrostic poem, and that's what I chose to do for this one. Man-eater, they cry, after you've taken your fill. Nevertheless they marvel, they applaud your skill. Is she lonely, I wonder? Smiling, you say, I live for the thrill. And that's my poem. I love this tag. It's got such great color. And then for day 7, that's the final day, it was candlelight. That was the prompt. And this tag, like, I don't know why. I was just in the mood to, like, go ham with my embossing powders. And that's what I did. So I, made this little splash with, some of those Lindy's Magicals to get, like, the fire effect. And then I went over the top with a embossing dauber. This little guy here, I use this all the time. I don't know if that's focusing. But I went over the top with this. I'm going to proceed to struggle with this for the next 7 minutes. There we go. So you can kind of see, like, just smashing it down to get it to, like, get these rough edges to follow the trail of candlelight. And then I used a bunch of different colors down here. I have a bunch of the distressing embossing glazes. Yes, they're called embossing glazes. So I use like, I think weathered wood, broken china, salvage patina, and something else. It doesn't matter. I used a bunch of blue colors because in my poem I talked about blue candle wax to do this. And then I dropped in some Stampandus embossing enamel. And then I just sort of like blasted it a bunch of times with the heat gun until it started to like spread and sort of mix together. I really love how it came out. It was really goofy, but I really enjoyed it. And then I used some of this sticky embossing powder that I found at Tuesday Morning, actually. It's sort of a weird learning curve with it, but it was pretty straightforward once I got the hang of it. You have to be really careful not to overheat it because it won't be sticky if you do. But it worked out, and I foiled the edges of this tag. So I think that picks up like a really nice, fun light quality, light to add to our candlelight. And I just did a really basic background where I just stuck down some book pages that had some jelly print like leftovers, just some stencil like pieces that I had left over, and then I just added some gelato to the background to kind of color it up and sort of start out darker and move into lighter colors. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera. It's really subtle. I think it all just looks like one color looking through the camera right now. But sort of just to bring out that candlelight effect. And then on the back, I wrote my poem for day 7. So candlelight, circle round, the mysteries will be found. Candlelight, spell so true, herbs aplenty, wax of blue. Candlelight, chant along, magic happens, witch's song. Candlelight, if concealed, with thy words is now revealed. And that is, that's my last tag. That's day 7. I think this is actually going to go in my Book of Shadows, to be honest. I wrote that kind of chanty, and I think it kind of works. I think it'll be a fun addition to my Book of Shadows, but I really love this tag. I'm really happy with how it came out. And that's the last of my tags. That's all the artwork I made. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this artwork. I hope you guys are enjoying the challenge if you're participating. If you're not participating, I hope you're enjoying reading the stuff that people are coming up with or following the hashtag and just seeing that. If you have joined the challenge or you're watching the challenge, let me know. Like, what stands out to you? What's your favorite poem so far? What have you seen that you really liked? Is there something that really spoke to you? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you're looking forward to next. If you want a tutorial on how to do anything that is shown here, I might be able to work that into like future videos, especially for this challenge, because it's just kind of a loose artistic interpretation. Definitely let me know. I will say in this video, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on something, on any video I do, like if there's something you guys want to see, when you comment to let me know, if you'll leave the timestamp, that would be really, really super helpful. It's not like a requirement, but it would really help me figure out what you're talking about because sometimes I don't know or I don't remember. And it's kind of hard to like go back and have to watch the entire video or skip around to find what you're looking for. Because I do want to give you guys the tutorials you're asking for. I want to show you guys the stuff you want to see. But help me help you, and I can show you guys that stuff. That's the only like business talk I had. Because a couple people have asked for tutorials, and I had no idea what they were talking about. I could not remember like what I had done. I have been doing this for a while, and some of those videos are pretty old, especially in internet years. So, I guess that's it. That's all from you guys. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next week and to finishing the challenge, which I know is like a couple weeks away. I'm like really jumping the gun, but I'm pretty excited because this feels like something I can achieve and will achieve. And I'm just really enjoying sharing this with everybody. And that's it. This has been the longest rambling goodbye, but we shouldn't be surprised. It took me 7 minutes to get to the point. So that's it, guys. Have a great one. Happy November. Happy writing. Until next time. I appreciate your faces. Bye.